Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ndeye Peinda, and if you are tuned in today, I'm super excited because I'm here bringing you a video that has been highly requested. My DMs overflow with people asking me to review this launch, so I am giving you guys what you have been asking for. I'm here today to review the new MENTED Cosmetics bronzers that just dropped on July 10th. Now, it's been a while, so I've actually been testing out these bronzers since July 10th, so this is not even a first impression. This is a detailed review and also a how-to on how to bronze. Y'all know when I first got a bronzer that worked for me, I literally had to Google and look up where do you bronze, how do you bronze, where do you apply the bronzer. Like, I was clueless because for so long there were no bronzers on the market for deeper skin tones. So I'm just so happy that now I have options. I am growing my collection of bronzers slowly but surely, so I'm here to give you guys the tea, as well as to show you how you can use the MENTED Cosmetics bronzer, or any bronzer for that matter, on your face. So if you are interested, make sure you go ahead and keep on watching. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you are shopping MENTED Cosmetics, be sure to use my code NDEYE, N-D-E-Y-E. I'll leave it on the screen for 10% off. It is an affiliate code, so I do get commission for it. But you know, if you love me, if you like this video, if you're swayed to purchase a MENTED product because of me, because this is pretty much a MENTED face, go ahead and support and use the code. I will also leave it in the description bar down below. That's it for me talking. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so I'm here with you with no hair on my face. You guys know I love my curly bang wigs, but I'm here with no hair on my face, everything pulled back, so that as I bronze, you guys can see exactly where I'm applying, how I'm applying it, as well as see how the actual shade shows up on my skin tone. So on my face, I've already primed, did my complexion, as well as my highlight, and set my face. Now I'm going to go in and bronze. So I did contour the perimeters of my face, but I'm going to set it with the bronzer. The reason why I like to sometimes mix up and do contour and then bronze instead of setting my contour with a contour powder is because I like to add that additional warmth to my face. And what I found is that the bronzers that do work for my complexion are actually deep enough but also warm enough to kind of give me dimension, but also make it look like I've been outside even though I haven't. Okay, so the shades that come in this collection, I'm just going to show you guys all of the shades and do swatches just so that you can see exactly what they look like. If you didn't already know, these bronzers launched on July 10th and they retail for $22. One thing I can definitely say about MENTED is they always have such beautiful packaging. So the packaging comes in like this matte black. It does allow for like the oils, like if you have oils in your hand, to get on it, but that's okay because she's cute anyway and you could just wipe it down. So the lightest shade that they have is not actually Vacay. It is Beach Bum, which looks like this. Then we have Vacay, which looks like this. Yacht Life, which looks like this. And then we have Out of Office, which looks like this. I feel like the lighting is kind of washing it out a bit, so I'll definitely also insert pictures and b-roll so you guys can see what it looks like. Now that I've shown you the shades, I'm going to swatch them on my arm so that you can see how they actually look on my complexion. Okay, so after a few failed attempts, here goes the swatches. I feel like it's been a while, so your girl needs to get it together. But here are the swatches. Clearly, there's really only one shade that I could work with, and that is going to be the one that I swatch first, which is Out of Office. I'm trying to make sure that it's centered for you guys. So I did it in the order from deepest to lightest. So there's Out of Office, Yacht Life, Vacay, and then Beach Bum. So Out of Office is the clear winner. She's the one that we are going in with. Now, I have actually been playing around with this bronzer for a few weeks. If you don't follow me on stories, hold on, because we starting to sweat. If you don't follow me on stories on Instagram, then you would have missed it. But something I am trying to do and be more intentional about is not just sharing the products once they come out and that be it. I want to be more intentional about sharing products once I've tried them for a while, or doing a first impression and then following up a week or 2 weeks later to let you guys know how I actually like it. Because I feel like a lot of times what I've noticed is that there'll be a product and maybe I don't love it the first time I use it, but then I use it a few weeks down the line and it becomes a favorite. But then also the opposite can happen, where I can get a product and I can really not like it, but then revisit it and fall in love with it. I hope I didn't say the inverse, but you get what I'm saying, where sometimes it comes, I love it, and then later on I hate it, or sometimes it comes, I don't like it, and then later on I love it. So I feel like I want to be more intentional and just make sure that once I share products with you guys, if it is a first impression, because I just want to get it out there for you, that I follow up with something right after. Or in the inverse, if it is something that I'm sharing with you, I just take my time before reviewing it. So with these bronzers, they came out July 10th, so I've been trying them since then, okay? So I've been using them for the past 2 weeks, so I actually am able to speak to how it works and how I like it. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take Out of Office. And what I like to do when I'm applying bronzer is I like to use a tapered brush that looks like this, because it just allows me to easily get the bronzer into the areas in which I want to apply it. So first thing, let's just get into application. When it comes to how you apply your bronzer, you want to apply it on your forehead, go down in a 3, get your upper cheek area a little bit above where your contour is, and then you can get the bottom perimeters of your face. Now, if we want to think about where you contour, it's pretty much the same place, except when I contour closer towards the tip of my forehead and directly on my cheekbone area. So where you bronze is literally going to be right above that. So you don't want the dimension of the contour to go away, but you still want to be able to add the bronzer in a similar area. I hope that helped. Now that I'm done a little talking, let's go ahead and get into the actual application. So I am going to dip into my bronzer. Now tap off the excess, because I always like to go in with less first and then build it up if I need to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn. Now I don't know about you guys, but I see the warmth that was added to it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of this side, and then we are going to do a side-by-side comparison. Then I'm gonna move my head wrap. Y'all gonna see the edges, okay? But I'm glad they're there, okay? I'm glad that the edges are there, because for a while they were not. So I'm not even gonna complain. Y'all gonna see the edges, and I'm hyped because they there. They not hiding no more. They showing up to the party, okay? All right, so again, perimeter of my forehead, going down a little bit, right above where that contour area would be, and then again on the perimeters here. So what I'm gonna do really quickly is I'm just going to blend this area real quick. And this is the side with bronzer compared to the side without bronzer. Bronzer, no bronzer. Oh, y'all see my clips in the back of my hair. We gonna act like y'all don't see that, okay? Y'all not supposed to see that, so my bad. But again, no bronzer, bronzer. Alright guys, so I'm back with my face done. We got the bronze, okay, we got the warmth. So I wanted to go ahead and, just like I do with all of my videos, give you guys the pros and cons and also show you the full face. Most of my face is of MENTED Cosmetics. I will leave all of the products that I use below in the description bar. Also, you can use my code when shopping with MENTED. It is simply my name, Nay, and you will get 10% off. So let's get into my review. First and foremost, what this bronzer launch did for me was solidify that I never, ever, 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 ever again want to watch reviews, watch videos, see pictures of what other people's opinion are in general, or see Twitter, anything about other people's opinion when it comes to product launches, because it greatly sways your own view. Hear me out. If you are someone that gets a product and you see that everyone that has this product doesn't like it or feels like it doesn't work, automatically when you get it and you try it, you're going to be skeptical. So your review or your opinion is more skewed towards what everyone else is saying, because you don't want to be the oddball out. Same thing applies with if you get a product and everyone loves it, but as you're trying it, you're just like, yo, this doesn't work. You're going to force yourself to make it work because you, again, don't want to be the oddball out. And I feel like when these bronzers launched, there were people that were super excited about it, and there were also people that weren't that excited, and I just felt like I wasn't sure how I would feel about it. And I was like skeptical, like 1000% skeptical. I'm just like, is this shade gonna work? Is it gonna be like a contour? Is it actually gonna bronze? So there were all these questions in my head that I feel like wouldn't have necessarily been in my head if I would have just like stayed off of the gram, stayed off of YouTube, stayed off of Twitter when everything first dropped. So for sure, I know that for me moving forward and for you as a consumer, I highly recommend that you watch a variety of videos, but sometimes you just need to test the product out to see how you're gonna feel about it, because what I also understand is that no two people are the same. So my skin concerns, my undertones, the way I like my makeup is going to be very unique to me and people who like their makeup like I do. So there's going to be some things that genuinely just work for others that don't work for me, and vice versa. So I just wanted to make that disclaimer because your girl was stressed out because I was just like, Lord, am I gonna like these bronzers? And the reality is that I do. So now that I've shared my little disclaimer and like my learned lesson from this launch, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the pros and cons. And I'm gonna start with the cons first because I want to end the video positive. So first, I'm just going to show you the lineup of the bronzers that are coming in this collection. So the first thing for me that is kind of like a wish list item is that I wish that there was another shade or two shades between Yacht Life and Out of Office. So between these two, I would love to have seen like an in-between shade or two in-between shades. And y'all know I'm always gonna push it, so I would also like to see a shade after Out of Office that could be deeper, for example, for people who are even darker than I am. Just because I feel like I always want more shades. That's just period. I always want more shades. It doesn't matter the brand, it doesn't matter the launch. My question is always going to be, can we get an extra one though? Can we get an extra two though? So that's gonna be the same with this launch. As far as other cons, I don't think I have any. Like, I feel like I'll get into my pros, but as far as cons, I think that's the only thing is that I wish that there was an extra shade or two in between, and I would love to see an additional shade right after. Now as far as the pros, definitely first pro, and mine's a little messy because again, I've been getting a lot of use out of it, is going to be the actual packaging. I just love how luxe it looks, how luxe it feels. When you open it up, you got the little gold rim, real fancy. And then I like that you can clearly see, I'm fumbling my bronzer, you can clearly see what the shade is on the outside and you know exactly what you're using. So I love the way that this came packaged. My second pro is just going to be the actual formula of this bronzer itself. It is super, super, super buttery. It glides on smooth whether you are swatching on your hands or you're putting it on your face, and I feel like that makes it easy as well, which I guess is my third pro, is that you can get a lot of different uses out of it because of how good the formula is and how smooth it is. So I feel like I could use it as an eyeshadow, I could use it to bronze. That's pretty much it for me. What I actually was thinking of doing is using this as a pressed setting powder underneath my eye. Definitely not this shade, probably would go in with Yacht Life, not Vacay. So I would probably go in with Yacht Life to press underneath my eyes just to see how it would work. So I like this idea of just being able to use it for more than one thing. Another pro for me is just going to be that the one that I have specifically doesn't have shimmer for Out of Office. And Yacht Life does have shimmer, but from what I've been hearing people who use this shade say, the shimmer doesn't come up that much. So if you are someone that doesn't like shimmer in your bronzers, you don't necessarily have to run away from the fact that this one does. As far as the price point of $22, I'm not for or against it. Like, I don't think it's a pro or a con. I think it's pretty much like a standard in between. What I love for the bronzers to be $20 or $16. The cheap side of me, or the one that always wants a good deal, is just like, yeah. But then it's also just like, it's a small black owned brand. You're getting quality products. The formula is amazing. The packaging is bomb. So it's worth it to me in that sense. So for me, the price is really just dependent upon you, what your budget is, and how much you're willing to spend on a product. To me, I would spend $22 on a bronzer. Trying to think to see if there are any other pros or cons. Definitely, I would say that I would love to see them drop a bronzer brush. So a brush that you can use to bronze. If you don't know, the brush that I used today for my face that I'm like in love with is the MENTED setting powder brush. Now I use this, I'm gonna go ahead and touch it right now because it's hot, so I'm sweating a little bit. Now I use this brush to apply my setting powder underneath my eye. I use it to set my entire face. You could use this for your foundation. This brush is amazing. So I would love to see what type of brush they will come out with specific to bronzing, because you guys saw that I like to use an angled bronzer. But overall, I'm really happy with the look and the way it came out. Really enjoy the product. Again, I'm wearing a full mented, or pretty much a full mented face. It's like 75 to 80% a full mented face. But let me know your thoughts below in the comment section down below. I had a lot of requests for this bronzer. Y'all were in my DMs on Instagram like, sis, when is the bronzer review dropping? And again, of course, I was playing around with the product and just been overwhelmed with life, but we are here. The bronzer is here. The bronzer review is here. So I would love to know what you guys think about it. Have you picked it up? What are your thoughts and concerns? Do you agree with my pros and cons? Let me know all of that jazz down below in the comment section. Don't forget to use my code Nate if you are shopping with Mented. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, because I promise you're going to want to be here for my next video. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, yeah.